Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to draw Pac-Man. This is going to be a much more cartoonish Pac-Man than, say, your grandpa's classic arcade Pac-Man. But today, for this drawing tutorial, you'll need a pencil, ruler for the baseline, and of course, a handy-dandy pencil sharpener. Let's get started, gamers. So, first step is make a little baseline. Now, this drawing tutorial is going to be similar to the drawing tutorial of Rayman. We're going to start out with the feet, then the legs, arms, hands, and then finally the head, which is the main portion of Pac-Man. You want to make a small, elongated hill-like shape for Pac-Man's left foot, and for his right foot, you want to make a much more thinner and taller hill. And then for the rest of his red boots, you're going to make the rest as like a cylinder shape. And right here, I'm going to draw little pegs for his legs. Now, the reason why I call them pegs is that it's connected to these little circles. It looks like Pac-Man's kind of like a machine. I never really knew what Pac-Man was, but, you know, just a guy that eats ghosts in a maze. It makes for a fun and challenging game. So, now that I made the legs, I'm going to go ahead and make the head as well. Now, I know I said I'm going to start with the feet, and then the arms, and finally the head. But since the head is pretty much Pac-Man's body and face, it doesn't really matter. We can do the arms last. It really doesn't matter. It's up to you as the drawer. So right here, I actually had a little bit of trouble. As you can see, I erased a lot, and what I should have done was either take like a little circular shape, like say a peanut butter jar, or a peanut butter jar lid, sorry, and put on the paper and trace around that, or some kind of circular object would do, but I did mine from scratch. And right there, you can see that there's a lot of smudges on the paper because I drew too dark when I would first go in. Remember, when you are drawing something, make sure that you go in lightly, alright? Don't go in dark, because if you're not happy with the actual result, then you're going to have a lot of erasing to do, and even after all that erasing, you're still going to have to do the remnants of the dark lines, and it's impossible, virtually impossible to get rid of them. But anyways, off to the actual detailing. This is where we're going to put detailing like folds in his boots, in his gloves. So you can pause anytime to look back at the drawing. Again, take your time. Yes, this is a simple drawing, but hey, you know, for beginners, for, you know, kids that don't know how to draw that good, but really do, hey, just take your time, and don't worry, you'll get good at it eventually. If not sooner. I believe in you. So, anyways, this is going to be Pac-Man's gloves, and you want to draw the actual lining of his gloves to add more detail. And Pac-Man, I forgot to add, sorry about that, is he's going to give you the thumbs up. So basically, darken any lines, and of course, after you detail a drawing and you're using a sketch beforehand, you always want to erase any rough lines or rough jagged lines, and of course any of the sketch lines. So any lines that you drew to intersect other lines, you want to carefully erase. And right here, I'm making Pac-Man's mouth, and his mouth is kind of like a watermelon slice. Now, right here, you're going to make the tongue, which is like a little heart-shaped tongue, a little deformed heart shape. So, the left part of his mouth is going to end very closely to the left side of his face. And then you're going to draw a little peg, kind of like a joystick shape for his nose, kind of like Pinocchio. And then you want to make a little winking eye. This is going to be his right eye, the winking eye. And darken that as well. The reason why I didn't darken in his mouth is because, you know, if I'm not happy with the eyes or the nose, I don't want to darken it and have to move everything and erase more stuff. So you want to make an elongated Pac-Man eye for his left eye. And then for his eyebrows are sharp mountains. Pretty simple, a lot of basic sharp and straight lines, and of course circles as well. This is probably one of the most easiest drawings you will ever see on this channel, unless I draw Meat Boy, which I think in my opinion he's more simpler to draw than Pac-Man, but who knows, I haven't really done that yet, so I can't really say officially. So as you can see, I am darkening in Pac-Man's mouth, as so. Now, if you want to color this with colored pencils, by all means do it. But what I would recommend, I got this from a YouTuber called Video Gamer, and basically when he colors his drawings with colored pencils or some kind of artistic coloring utensil, he first, before he does that, he outlines the whole drawing in Sharpie, which actually is pretty cool. And then after he does that, he erases any drawing lines, which I kind of prefer having the drawing just have the remnants of its like actual existence on the paper, you know, because you want to put in that hard work of the drawing. You don't want to do that, like erase all those lines. It's just gonna, I don't know, it just bothers me a little bit. But I done it for many other of my drawings, but I actually stopped doing it because I prefer black and white drawings. But hey, coloring drawings are better, just saying. So right here, as you can tell, I am doing the shading of the drawing. And like I said in my Rayman video, if you want to put more shading in the drawing than the photo or image on Google or Bing is actually giving you, then go ahead, do that. But also, like I said, too much shading is going to kill a drawing, because you don't want too much shading, because right there, for example, on that joystick nose, I added a little bit too much darker shading, and then I erased it a little bit, smudged it a little bit with my rubbing technique, and now it's a little bit faint, but you can still see a little bit of the shading right there. So if you see any dark smudges or any realistic shading anywhere, make sure that you erase that. And of course, don't ever go dark with shading unless you're really drawing a dark and gray picture. Just make sure that you do it light, and if you want, you can do it much darker. So guys, we're almost done with this drawing. If you made it this far, good for you. You haven't given up on me, did you? Whew. But anyways, so basically guys, that's about it. Really simple. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you want more, of course, subscribe, and I would love for you guys to share these videos with your family or friends. So there's this little new series called Pac-Man: The Ghostly Adventures, and I completely hate it. Pac-Man sounds like a kid, and his eyes are blue, which is weird and awkward. But yeah, and his friends are obnoxious and annoying as well. I just hate it. But anyways, here's an overview of the drawing. So guys, I hope you enjoy. So comment, like, fave, sub, all that good shizbiz, and I will see you next time.